Hi, and welcome to this episode of the Issues in Our Tissues. Today I'm going to get a little bit out of topic. It's an issue in our tissues because this one I am just particularly addressing the diasporians. Diasporians, I think that's what we call them, as in people in the United States, our Kenyans who are living in the United States. And I know, and I have been in the system, and I was in the system for a very long time. And while I was in that system, we lost a lot. My close friends. I am not talking about hearsay. I'm talking about someone that I related one-on-one. In a span of about 10 years, I lost 10 people. So far, I have lost at least 13 people that we closely related with from different reasons. But the greatest percentage of those people has been depression. The very first one who just affected me so deeply was my best friend, and her name, I'll not mention names, but a very close friend, a best friend. Those who know me do know her because we were like, we were close. So if you knew me, you knew her. I mean, for many years. We worked together, we hung out together, we did almost everything together. And all this time, when I was doing that, I did not know that she was going through depression. But it's at one point in time where she was able to open up and say what she was going through. But I had no clue whatsoever. I had no clue, and I had no idea what she was going through. But eventually, she passed on. Under some circumstances, she passed on. But it was depression related. And back to back to back, I kept losing people because of the same reason. And I know there is always this thing that happens, when that happens to someone, they commit suicide or they die for some related reasons because of depression. The community wants to come together and they want to speak, and they start groups and everything, and they're like, they want to make sure that they talk to these people so that if they know that someone is depressed. But I was in the system, and I personally was depressed. It took one friend who I always call an angel for her to help me at least make some steps when she found me in a situation where I was contemplating suicide. She took it upon herself, and she made sure that she got me to a safe place. She did it practically. She did not talk about it. She did it practically. And she was a very, very close friend who even had no idea what I was going through. Because the issue of depression does not, you don't wake up one day and it is depression. It is a series of things that happen over and over again. And by the time a person wants to commit suicide, honestly, they have come to the end of the road. And you do not know the underlying factors that cause someone to do something like that. The society is very unforgiving, because even at the point in time where then this angel took me and helped me and took and I was in a safe place, and I was able to get help. Even then, the most judgmental society, who knew how far I was coming from, they still had something nasty to say. At one point, they said, she just came from this. Now I think she has HIV. When I added weight, now she's pregnant, and we thought that she was born again. I mean, people don't stop talking. It just takes a person who is so strong-willed to be able to pull through a society that just judges people. And yes, I understand. You feel guilty. I felt guilty. I felt like I wanted to kill myself when my best friend passed on, because I was like, where was I? Why did I not help? But I couldn't, because when you are depressed, it is so internal that you are not able to talk to anyone. And so yes, we want to help the society, but then the same society is very judgmental. It is very condemning. It's very unsupportive, uncaring, and you know, sometimes, you know what, you think that you're discussing someone so that the person, you can help the person, but clearly you are not discussing to help the person. You're just really trying to minimize your own issues and make someone, the other person makes you feel like you're better than them, or you're better than the other person. So people are not going to be able to open up and talk to you about what they are going through. They're not going to come and tell you they're depressed. After all, you will share it in your prayer group, and it becomes a discussion. And when someone in that prayer group, when someone tells you, pray for me, and they share with you something so deep, why go share it in a prayer group? If she wanted, or he wanted to come and share it in a prayer group, they would have done that. But when you're sharing it in a prayer group, not everyone in that group is perfect. And so what will happen is that they'll take a word, they'll take a statement or something, and just go and mess it all up. By the time it gets to the person who confided in you in an issue, just guess what damage is going to do to them. I experienced that in the United States. I experienced it firsthand, and I know how damaging it is. And so when we are keeping on bringing people home to bury them because they are going through depression, seriously, we are also contributing to their mess. Because you know what, if they can't open up, and if they open up to you, I mean, we are the people killing people. We are slashing their hearts into pieces, and yet we think that we are helping them. I just personally feel that if you have a friend and they confide in you, just take care of them as you. Don't talk to someone else and even try to find out, how can I help my friend because she told me this and this. That's gossip, pure gossip. And by the time it gets to that person, they will never open up. You have shut them down completely. And so I know I have been seeing on Facebook and everything, because recently we just lost yet another friend, and so many are they're losing their lives. Please, if you realize that somebody is going through something, let it be between you and them. You can be healed because of one. A depressed person can be healed because of just one person who walks with them, who listens to them, and does not keep talking about it in a prayer group. I mean, come on. Let's just be confidential, people. I mean, it's like people are so idle. It's just that, like, you have to discuss somebody's deep secrets and deep pains with somebody. Why? It is not good. It does not help. And that's why people shut down, and that's why people die in their own closets, because they can't just talk to you. So before you allow people to talk to you, let them first know that they can trust you. Let them first know that you can be confidential. Let them first know that you can actually pray, fast, cry, everything for them. If they can learn that, then they'll open up. But if you're going to put it on Facebook, you're going to put it in your prayer group, guess what? Nobody will come looking for you because they are depressed. And there's a lot of us who are depressed in the United States because of different circumstances. Mine was long way before I even came to the United States, long way before. And so the build-up was long term. It could not have been one day fixed. It needed a friend who was going to walk with me, pray with me, and I trusted her, and she did what she had to do. So God bless you, and I hope that this has helped the diasporians. You can share this. God bless you, and see you next time. Bye.